way to the start of the Highland Trail 550, first race of the year. I was there last year after a dog bite. So basically last year I was just there to have fun, and I had a lot of fun. But this year is a completely different game. I'm here to win this time. And if I don't win, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. So I'm a bit nervous. I don't think I came fully prepared. Didn't have a lot of time to get the bike and the gear ready. I missed the picture. Splash, splash, splash. Already got wet feet? Question is, will I have wet feet for 4 days? Well, I managed to keep my feet dry at some point. Been racing for about what, 20-30 minutes, I don't know. About 5 guys ahead of me. See if I can catch them at some point. I didn't really document my race last year, so you might not know what I'm in for. It's 900 kilometers in the Highlands of Scotland with plenty of hiking, wet ground, and very technical parts that require good mountain bike skills. There's quite a few people ahead of me. I don't know if I'm not riding as strong as I usually do, or if they're just pushing a crazy pace. Not in a good place mentally. I don't have the focus that I usually have, and definitely not the focus that is needed to win such an event. I'm not sure what's going wrong, but I don't know. I'm just going through the motions, just pedaling, hoping that I'll get into it at some point. But I don't know. Something's wrong for sure. I'm far behind, man. I don't know what's happening. Oh, there's sunshine here in Scotland. Spots of blue sky. It's pretty rare here. It's not gonna last. So that was Max and Miron, and I caught them because they stopped in Fort Augustus to resupply, and I skipped it because I still have a ton of food. It's the only resupply today. The next resupply is drum bag. It's gonna be tomorrow afternoon. Legs are feeling pretty heavy at the moment. It's been a roller coaster of a day. Moments where I felt good, others where I felt pretty empty. Last hour was more up and down and an up. That's the story of today. Riding slowly, just riding slowly. It is better than shooting myself. We are deep into the Scottish night. I'm still pretty slow. It's demoralizing. I want to give up. I want to retire. It's no fun not being in the front. I love being in the front too much. But I don't know what's happening today. I just don't have what it takes. Kind of suffering without the reward of winning. It's hard. I'm in the town of Content and I'm super tired. I'm sleepy already. It's not even 2 AM. I don't know what's wrong with me, but something's wrong. It's sunny this morning, which is good news because it means that maybe my feet will dry. Find the opportunity to lie down and get some sleep in a sheltered place. I stopped for about an hour. I took advantage of my stop to change socks. so they're a bit drier, but the shoes are still wet. Getting a fresh start. Maybe I can find my legs today. I find at least part of the explanation of why I was not moving as fast as I usually do. There's a problem with my hub. I basically have no freewheel. I'm losing a ton of watts by having to fight against my wheel instead of having the wheel actually help me. I just found this out. If I don't tighten the through axle to the maximum, then I have a freewheel. So I have sort of a loose through axle. Good news is that there's the handle on that axle. I locked it to the frame. Maybe that was the problem all along. Maybe I'm still a fast racer. Who knows? That sucks a little bit to take 24 hours to find that out. The real Highland Trail 550 starts now. What we had so far were 450 rather easy kilometers. Well, not easy per se, but compared to the next 450, they were definitely easy. Now, this is the kind of shit we're gonna do. There are worse places to hike your bike. Now we're way up north. The first time I got here last year, I really felt like I had reached the far end of the world, a place beyond which nothing exists. Welcome to the Highlands of Scotland, home of the MacLeod clan, home of Conor MacLeod and Duncan MacLeod, the two most famous immortals in the history. Gate number 1,074,000. Yeah, the show is called Highlander, and the movie as well. I think there's 3 Highlander movies, and I think the third one is one of the worst movies ever made. This is a Leadmore Traverse. Only a few parts of this single track are rideable. It's a lot of hiking. It's mostly hiking.
You want a whiskey?
Yeah, why not?
I think you're gonna have one. We're the whiskey guys.
We're the whiskey guys. I'm from Glasgow. This is Donny from Skye.
Yeah, it's good.
It's pretty smooth, yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
2 sips and that's enough for me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm just now leaving this bothy where I stayed for about a couple of hours, getting my feet dry and an hour and a half sleeping. Just slashed my rear tire real bad. 3 plugs to seal that cut, but it's a really big cut. I don't think it's gonna work. Things are not good. Not my race. My plugs didn't really do the trick. Pretty big and nasty. So I'm gonna have to put a tube in. So yeah, I'm gonna have to ride with very high pressure. Because if I don't have with a very high pressure, I'm gonna pinch. So if I ride with a very high pressure, it's gonna be very uncomfortable, but that's my only chance to make it. Sounds like the beginning of the end. I made it to the top of Coffin Road. The view is pretty cool. I was down there an hour ago. Time for a brownie. This is Fisher Field, one of the most famous and one of the most beautiful places on the course. It's pretty nice, pretty cool. I'm supposed to cross that lock. There's no bridge. This can be like knee deep, waist deep, even neck deep in 2019. Alright. Head to the other side. It's time for the harness. I think I'm making a good time on these hikes, not having to worry about where to put the wheel on top of where to put my feet. Do know that at some point during this race, you just like walk, ride a little bit, walk a lot, ride a little bit, walk a lot, carry your bike, suffer. So I'm in Puyu and I made it before the little grocery shop closes.
Got as much food as I could.
It is now proper Scottish weather. I don't know if you can hear me with all that wind. Whoa, the going is slow. Last 24 hours, average moving speed 10.5 kilometers per hour. It's a hard race. Found a nice camping toilet. Actually, I knew this was here. I checked it out last year. I'm just gonna take care of my feet if I don't do it now. They'll be useless tomorrow. I just put on dry socks. Or at least I put on one dry sock. That's all I could manage because after taking off one sock, I was harassed by midges. I don't know if I told you about midges. If you've been to Scotland, where you know what midges are. If you've not been here, they're tiny flies. They can be like hundreds of midges around you at once, and they will just bite over again. Their bite itches a lot and for a long time, and there is a lot of midges here in this place. I can hear them just bumping against my rain jacket as I pedal. I still have 230 kilometers to go. My goal is to finish that in 24 hours. Glen Afric, the last serious hike of the Highland Trail. And I'm now close to the finish. What's amazing here is that these mountains aren't that high, yet that scenery looks like really high elevation. But here I'm just at 300 meters of altitude. Pretty unique place in the world, huh? I've been struggling for about 10 to 15 minutes just to stay awake on this rather flat, smooth gravel road. My mind starts wandering and then I get back into it. I'm like, oh yeah. A 100 kilometers to go. Maybe I'm gonna finish around 11 p.m. Okay, let's try and do that. Last resupply of the race. I got myself a gas station cheeseburger, always a winner, and chocolate milk. This is a flat bit along the Caledonian Canal. I'm 40 kilometers from the finish. I should be there in about 4 hours. That's usually how it works. I am now climbing the Devil's Staircase, which is the last big climb on the course. I made it to the top. Took me about an hour. Gotta go down this way in this mist. Sketchy? Yes, a little bit. Alright, let's do this. On my way to a bouncing dot. Finishing the Highland Trail 550 in 3 days, 16 hours and 3 minutes, something like that. That was hard, man. Splash, splash, splash.